Before listening to this exciting episode, you should know who made this episode possible, and it's Anchor. Anchor is a podcast listening and making app, and here are some benefits of it. It's free, it has all the creation tools that will help you record and edit your podcast. It distributes your podcast to almost all the important podcast listening apps, and you can also earn money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So download Anchor and enjoy podcasting and the interesting episode. Hello everyone, it's your host Bramha here on the show I Got This Today, and I welcome you to one more exciting episode. You won't believe me, but I am recording after so many days. Exactly after 8 days. Today is 24th of August and I last recorded on 15 August. And still I have not posted the episode that I recorded on 15 August, which was a Friday episode. This one would be a Saturday episode, but in this episode I'm not giving you any kind of content, but telling you what are my feelings and what is actually happening. If you are listening to me from the starting of the podcast, then you must know that this was a daily podcast. That means I was creating 30 episodes a month at least. But suddenly, before a month or lesser time than that, I have reduced the frequency. Suddenly, from 30 episodes, there are only 14 episodes. Only half the episodes are coming out now. People eventually increase the episode frequency of their podcast and I reduced it. What actually happened? The time when I started my podcast, that was in April, I was in kind of vacation. Since I had my classes but I didn't have my college work to do. Due to which I literally had 3 hours free which I could utilize to study. But now, when my college has started, I don't get that 3 hours to study. So I have to utilize maximum time of all of my day to study, as my educational ambitions are high. And I really don't want to sacrifice any of my study and my me time for the podcast. If I sacrifice my me time, then I wouldn't have any excitement to study and even record. So I can't even sacrifice that. So what I did is made the podcast bi-weekly. That's 14 episodes per month. But what I promised myself is that I will bring that 14 episode for sure and with very high level content. I will do more researches with the remaining time. My parents even forced me to close this podcast. But the thing is, I don't want to give up now because this is the time I have just started and I want to go far with this podcast. I don't know what are my future ambitions with this podcast, but something is for sure that is telling me to not give up. And I will not. Very time soon, in 6 months, I would have the first exam of my educational career. My parents have completely instructed me that if you are not closing now, then you have to at least close after 6 months. I have only time till October to record. But I will not stop giving out episodes. And I have planned the season 2 as soon as my parents stop. Even my parents have instructed me that I have to close it in October. I have decided to bring out season 2 of our podcast and not actually closing it in October. So I am determined about my podcast. But the thing is, I am not getting time to put out content daily. Putting out content daily means working daily on every episode, and it takes around an hour or more, and which I can't actually afford. So I made the choice 30 low content episode or 14 high content episode. And the content should be high and not the frequency actually. Frequency was the strength of our podcast, due to which we got so much plays in so much of less time. But strength have to change as per the problems. So that's it. I need to explain and give out my feelings to you. You must be wondering that why I am recording after so much of long time. What motivated me to record? It was actually the Mythpad podcast which started today only on 24th. I will post the 15 August episode as soon as possible, and by as soon as possible I mean today only on 24th August, and I will post this episode today only. After this, I have plan of recording the Raksha Bandhan episode, which I should have recorded 2 days earlier, but I have not. So I will do that. And after that, I will start our week episode and complete all the 7 episode of this remaining month. So see you everyone in more episodes. So bye everyone and see you in next episode. Till then, enjoy your day. Take care. Peace out.